Happy March, everyone. My name is Jenna. If you guys are new, welcome to my channel, or if you're back, welcome back. Today I'm going to go through my March TBR, or my to be read for the month. Now, last month, somehow I ended up reading 6 books, which I'm very proud of. I will go into all the books I've read in February in my next video, but it's March 1st and I am just so excited to get right into what I am going to be reading. So I have some books that are already set to be read because I picked out my TBR jar challenge for this month. I don't know if it's going to be for this month because it doesn't have to be, but if you want to see which that one is, you can go ahead and check out that video. But for what's in front of me, this is what I have. The first book I have is Hooked. I saw this at the book exchange and I am very intrigued. For a while, I feel like I either have people that just really don't like it at all, and so it wasn't really on my radar, but I've kind of been seeing the opposite lately, so I am very intrigued. So I'm gonna go ahead and read the blurb. James has always had one agenda: destroy his enemy, Peter Michaels. When Peter's 20-year-old daughter, Wendy, shows up in James's bar, he sees his way in, seduce the girl, and use her for his revenge. It's the perfect plan until things in James's organization begin to crumble. Suddenly, he has to find the traitor in his midst, and his plan for revenge gets murkier as James starts to see Wendy as more than just a pawn in his game. So as you can see, this is kind of like a twist on Peter Pan, which is super fun. That's one of my favorite Disney movies growing up. So that's one. And then I also have, which I am very excited about, which is Heartless Hunter, the Crimson Moth duology. I've had this for maybe a couple months. I think I got it, actually, you know what, I got it in December because me and my friend bought each other books for Christmas, and so this is the one I got, and then she got one, and then we're gonna swap them. So kind of depending on when she's gonna read hers, I'll go off of that, but I'm thinking either this month or next I will read this one. And I'm excited because, again, it's another romantasy, enemies to lovers, which is my favorite, but it's also just a duology, which is just amazing for a fantasy in general. So that's another one. This is the blurb for that. On the night Rune's life changed forever, blood ran in the streets. Now, in the aftermath of a devastating revolution, witches have been diminished from powerful rulers to outcasts, ruthlessly hunted due to their waning magic, and Rune must hide what she is. Spending her days pretending to be nothing more than a vapid young socialite, Rune spends her nights as the Crimson Moth, a witch vigilante who rescues her kind from being purged. When a rescue goes wrong, she decides to throw the witch hunters off her scent and gain the intel she desperately needs by courting the handsome Gideon Sharp. He is a notorious and unforgiving witch hunter, loyal to the revolution, and too late, Rune realizes she might be falling for him. So, very exciting, definitely right up my alley, enemies to lovers, and I've heard nothing but good things about this duology, so that's another exciting one. And depending, I think, on if I end up reading this or not, I will pick up the Inheritance games because this is a series. So I think that I'll either pick this up and most likely read the second, or I'll pick this up and then see if I continue to read them, or I might just stop at the one and read them later. I don't know. But it really just kind of depends. So this will be my first Jennifer Lynn Barnes book. I also found this one at the book exchange. I love the cover. I think it's super interesting and fun, and it's just giving March, honestly, the colors. So I couldn't help but pick this for March. So I'll go ahead and read the blurb for this one. This one says, A.V. Grams has a plan for a better future: survive high school, win a scholarship, and get out. But her luck changes in an instant when billionaire Tobias Hawthorne dies and leaves her virtually his entire fortune. The only catch? Avery must move into his sprawling mansion full of secret passages, riddles, and codes. Unfortunately for Avery, Hawthorne House is also occupied by the family that was just disinherited. This includes the 4 Hawthorne grandsons, dangerous, magnetic boys who grew up with every expectation that one day they would inherit billions. Heir apparent Grayson is convinced that Avery is a con woman, and he's determined to take her down. but his brother, Jameson, views her as their grandfather's last hurrah. A twisted riddle, a puzzle to be solved. Caught in a world of wealth and privilege, with danger around every turn, Avery will have to play the game herself just to survive. I think that this is going to be a really fun, just roller coaster ride. This is honestly reminding me a lot of the movie Knives Out. Obviously, nobody's like been murdered or anything like that, but like no one really trusts you, and she's kind of figuring out this mansion and all these secrets and riddles. So I think this is going to be really, really fun. And I've heard Jennifer Lynn Barnes is an incredible author, so I'm very excited to finally delve into her writing. For my next one, I also have, this is actually my most recent book purchase. This is The Color Purple by Alice Walker. I have heard incredible things about this. I believe it's a movie now. It's definitely one that you will need to read the trigger warnings for, but this is the blurb. The Color Purple depicts the lives of Black women in early 20th century rural Georgia. Separated as girls, Sister Sally and Nettie sustain their loyalty to and hope in each other across time, distance, and silence. Through a series of letters spanning nearly 30 years, first from Sally to God, then from the sisters to each other, the novel draws readers into a rich and memorable portrayal of Black women, their pain and struggle, companionship and growth, resilience and bravery. I feel like this is going to be one of those books that when I finish reading, I'm going to have an entirely new perspective on life. And I feel like I tend to read books that are, you know, in fantasy realms or whatever, which is great. That's still my favorite. But I also feel like it's important to read books like this. And yeah, so it's interesting because if you look, the chapters are literally 2 pages because, or not even, because it's the letters that they were talking about. So I think I'm not really a person that likes to read more books at a time, but I'm interested to see if I will kind of read 1 or 2 of the letters and then like almost need to take a break and take longer on this book. So because of that, I think that this book is really going to open a new door for me as far as perspectives and just as a reader, really kind of focus more on this. I don't think I need to like study it or anything like that, but I definitely think I'm going to annotate it just so I can really dive deeper into the stories. So The Color Purple for March. Then I finally am going to read Never Lie by Frida McFadden. If you don't know who Frida McFadden is, she's the author of The Housemaid, and this is apparently her best book. It's a thriller, and I am so excited to read it. It's less than 300 pages, so I have a feeling I'm going to fly through it. This is the blurb. Newlyweds Trisha and Ethan are searching for the house of their dreams. They think they've found it when they visit the remote manor that once belonged to Dr. Adrian Hale, a renowned psychiatrist who vanished without a trace years ago. But when a violent winter storm traps them at the estate, the house begins to lose its appeal. Stuck inside and growing restless, Trisha stumbles on a collection of audio transcripts from Dr. Hale's sessions with patients. As Trisha listens to the cassette tapes, she learns about the terrifying chain of events leading up to the doctor's mysterious disappearance. With each tape, another shocking piece of the puzzle falls into place, and a web of lies slowly unravels. But by the time Trisha reaches the final cassette, the one that reveals the entire horrifying story, it will be too late. I don't think I can express how excited I am to read this. I honestly might do a vlog where I just try to sit down and read this in one sitting. I don't think I've never read a book in one sitting, and this might be the one to do that. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it. So if you don't see that video, don't be upset. But yeah. I mean, it's Frida McFadden. It's gonna be amazing. Anyways. The next one I think is going to actually be the first book I read this month, which is The Secret Book Society. I know a lot of women that are in a book club are beginning to pick this up. I love the cover. I think it is so just simple but intriguing and beautiful. So without further ado, here's the blurb for this one. London, 1895. Trapped by oppressive marriages and societal expectations, 3 women receive a mysterious invitation to an afternoon tea at the home of the reclusive Lady Duxbury. Beneath the genteel facade of the gathering lies a secret book club, a sanctuary where they can discover freedom, sisterhood, and the courage to rewrite their stories. As the women form deep, heartwarming friendships, they uncover secrets about their marriages, their pasts, and the risks they face. Their courage is the only weapon in the oppressive world that has kept them silent from when secrets are deadly. One misstep could cost them everything. I honestly don't really know what to expect when I do read this, but I love the mystery of it. I love the whole idea of they're all getting together to form this bond in a world where they feel like no matter what they do, even at home, they're just not in the right spot. So I'm really, really excited to read this. The only other one that I may read is Jeanette McCurdy's memoir. I think I'm going to do the audiobook. Again, I don't know if I'm going to read that one, but that would be another one I would get from the library. But I don't know. That might be April, so I'll let you guys know. But with that, that is my March TBR. The only one I don't have, again, is the one I got from the TBR Dinner Challenge, and possibly Jeanette McCurdy, but I think I will wait for April to do that. But also, you never know with me. So, and it is a 5 Sunday month, so it's a longer month, and I read 6 books in February, which was a shorter month. So you never know. These are all the books. If I do not read all of them, that is okay. I am still proud. And honestly, if I just read one of these books, that is a win to me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe and click that notification bell so you're notified as soon as I post. And I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your month. If you have a TBR for the month, please let me know. Or if you have any really good recommendations for me to read or movies to watch, I would love to know down below. I'll see you guys next time for another video. Bye, everybody.